wondrous life, but it's weird. And part of it here is that 5 minutes before we begin singing, we enter into a silence. Once upon a time in India, there were two young children, and an adult asked the two young children, "Where is God?" And one child, who was from the United States, did this. And the young child from India did this. But if God is, I can't go that high. But if God is, I can go there. Especially in silence. So the melody you know, but the words I'd like to change. The melody is this melody. And so on. The words, though, I'd like to change to some Sanskrit. Sahasranam Namaste. So if you would say after me, please. Sa. Ha. Sra. Nam. Sahasranam. Sahasranam. 1,000 names. 1,000 names. And then, of course, the Namaste, we bow. And the idea is that one of the beautiful aspects of being in India, there's a whole lot of this going on. You know, and I love that, the bowing before people. You know, because to me, it reminds me that the divine is in everyone, including me, but everyone. So if we had the Republicans and the Democrats together, and everybody was bowing to each other sincerely, feeling things might go a little smoother. You know. Deep reverence for the mystery that is you, that is others. So we'll sing this for a little while, so get settled in and allow yourself to feel deep reverence for everyone, everything. thousand names, we bow before you. Give us sight, give us vision, to see in everyone you. And when we wake in the morning, all groggy and tired, and the library isn't quite open, we look in the mirror. Help us to see in our own face yours. Sahasra share something with you tonight from the book of Acts, A-C-T-S, Acts. And it's continuing the theme of last night where we shared about what is Jesus' mission, what is his purpose, why did he come? And we mentioned last night that, if we look at his first opening address in his hometown, the one that nearly got him killed, he said, I'm here. The Spirit of God is all over me, right? Oozing out my ears. So look out. And I'm going to start healing people. And I'm going to start teaching. I'm going to start helping people see, hear, and feel God. And I'm going to set captives free. And I'm going to feed the hungry. So out of my way, that's where I'm going. Okay? And he was pretty powerful in that. That's what he did. So, oh, and by the way, he also said, I'm going to heal the brokenhearted. That was a good one. I like that one. So, he died. He was resurrected. And he said, okay, now it's your turn. Okay. Have at it. And people said, what, me? So this is a story of those first students of Jesus on the day of what we call Pentecost. And the Spirit appeared as tongues of fire. Pretty cool. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, who would have thought of that? Tongues of fire resting over the heads of the people present in the room. Who would have thought of that? And the sound of a wind in the house. It kind of shook the house, I'm sure. Powerful, brilliant. And so after the excitement of that first day, everything changed. It's like, oh my, we're on a new path now. And a couple thousand people got together and said, I think we want to live this out. Let's just do it. And so they did. And here's what they did. I'm going to share this with you. This is from the book of Acts, chapter 2. Here's what it says. So there were about 3,000 of them that claimed to follow Jesus, the resurrected Jesus. And it says, they devoted themselves. So first of all, they were devoted. That's cool. They devoted themselves to the teachings of the apostles and, get this, to communal life. I like that. Guess why? They devoted themselves to the teachings of the apostles and communal life. So there were teachers among them, they taught, and people engaged, and they learned, and they lived together. Oh my, look out. They lived together. That's where the problems start. And they devoted themselves to, also, the breaking of bread. So they had hot dogs and hamburgers and salads and casseroles and whatever else they ate. Who knows?
Well, that's more likely to be us.
Oh, okay, William, sorry. Whatever it was they ate. And they called it breaking bread. Isn't that a lovely way to say it? It reminds me of the Irish expressions, like when it rains, they'll say, it's a soft day. Let's break some bread. Let's have dinner together. And they devoted themselves to the prayers. Now by that is meant regular times of praying together. That's kind of cool too, I like that. And then it goes on to say, and great awe overtook them. Great awe. Have you ever seen anybody overtaken by great awe? It's kind of cool. Yeah. great awe overtook them, for many wonders and healings and signs took place. There's the healing thing again. Oh boy. Those who trusted, and this is very important, lived together. And here's what they did. They shared everything in common. Those communists. They shared everything in common. You know, Twin Oaks is actually listed as a monastery, according to the IRS, because they share basic things in common. You know, income sharing, and everything goes into a common pot. They shared all things in common, and what's even worse, they would sell whatever properties they had and goods and share the proceeds with one another as each had need. You've heard the principle, from each according to their capacity to each according to their need. That goes back to the first followers of Jesus. Isn't that amazing? They met still in the temple, because they were Jews, and they broke bread together. There it is again, food. They broke bread together, it's repeating what I said earlier, in their homes every day. So it was a daily common life. And here's the conclusion of it. Their hearts were joyful and sincere. And they took their meals in common. 3 times it's mentioned food. I mean, really, they must have had some really good lasagna going on there, And they were full of gratitude and praise to God. And day by day, people noticed, and they said, can we have that? They signed up. That's how the book of Acts chapter 2 ends. Now, when we read sacred scripture, if something is repeated, which in this case it will be, take note. The authors are saying, this is really important. So, that was chapter 2, the end. Chapter 4, at the end, says this. Now those who trusted and followed Jesus were of one mind and one heart. I like that. None of them claimed anything as their own. Rather, everything was held in common. And with great power and testimony to the resurrection of Jesus, there was great respect, and healings happened. And there was not a needy person among them. I mean, I don't know if you've been following the politics these days, but with the shutdown, there were a whole lot of people that were deprived of SNAP, the basic money for food. And it was like a government was saying, we don't really care. We don't care if you're going to go hungry, if your kids are going to go hungry. No matter what your needs are, we don't really care. That's sad. But there, among these people, there were at least 3,000 of them by this point, there was not a hungry person among them. Nobody was needy. Isn't that great? And they treated each other with great respect. Again, it says, for those who own property or houses or cars, they didn't have cars back then, did they? No. They gave them away to the community, and they benefited. And everything was distributed to all members, everyone who might be in need, so that there was no more need. That is so good. You want to bet people didn't take notice of that back then? Said, what the heck's going on with you people? In fact, that is one of the early comments from one of the Romans that said, look at those Christians, how they love each other. Really astonished. So that's the description of the early followers of Jesus. I just wanted to share that with you because I love the description. And I think it continues on Jesus' mission. Helping, healing, feeding the hungry, mending the brokenhearted, and so on. There's nothing better on this earth than that. Any thoughts on that? So, Lisa, tonight is your last night. Right. So it's our custom to send you off with love and good intentions. And so what we do is we go around the room, and anyone who wishes to say their good intentions says them, and feel free to say whatever it is you would like to say. And I'll close. So the floor is yours.
Miss Molly Pie was really good, and also your cornbread was really good, and also your stuffed potato soup was also really good. And you should share it with more people too.
Pardon?
And you should share your food with other people too.
Okay, thank you. And can I say something to him?
Absolutely.
So it's really been a pleasure. You are an amazing young man with maturity and wisdom and a great personality, and it's really been a pleasure to meet you for a limited period of time, and I know you're gonna do great things.
Thanks.
Lisa, I've definitely benefited from your helping hands, getting my supper and all of that, and I agree with Denzel, you are good in the kitchen, good with the food.
Thank you.
I just wish you the best in everything you do. Especially, I'm kind of envious you go to a goat farm, because I love goats. So, yeah, so I hope you have a lot of fun there and good experiences and anything else you choose to do with your life.
Thank you. And I want to acknowledge you because it's clear you've made a big difference in the community of peace. From your artwork to your cards and your special touch and so many different things that it's just your presence is all over. And it was very much my pleasure to spend time with you, driving to
Yes, I
Charlottesville.
forgot that one, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And so, thank you.
thank you.
I wanted to thank you for your presence and also for your welcome. Of course, you're the first person from the community of peace that I met. You was at the door and we waved at each other, so you were a great ambassador to the community and made me feel so welcome at my door of my B&B. And yeah, I'll always remember that, so thank you, and I'll always think of you here connected, to this place.
Well, thank you. And I think that you've had an amazing and very rich life. And I would love to get to know you better, but I'm leaving. But boy, you want a job done well, you're the girl. Yeah, the way you clean those bathrooms, I thought, I really don't know how to clean a bathroom. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you for all you've done here, a lot above and beyond what was ever expected and for coming with a presence in peace to give and join in with us here, flowing with the energy here. And believe it or not, that's sometimes a rare gift, and I just respect and honor you for that too.
Thank you. And like Barb, Tim, you have a kind of like an anchoring impact on community of peace. If I needed anything, it's like, oh wait, Tim, and then you're at the store, oh Tim, just to grab onto you, because and your presence and your you know, just your beingness is all through this, and I thank you for everything that you've done to contribute and to make this what it is, because it is beautiful.
Well, I appreciate the conversations with you. I love your faith and trusting God. So that's really a great thing to see and witness. And your patience for dealing with all that mess downstairs for most of the time without yelling at me. So I thank you for that too.
Well, likewise, I really enjoyed our conversations, and the downstairs was like a non-event. So you're talking about, I'm like, what did I miss? And so it's always good to be in communion with someone who shares faith, because you know it's not something everybody understands or can get behind. So thank you.
Lisa, you're so awesome, and I'm so grateful that I met you. And you've been so supportive to me through all my crying, and just your words have meant a lot to me. And I love your positive attitude. And you've been through a lot, and you're just so strong, and you're definitely an inspiration to me. So, just thank you for being you.
You're welcome. Well, I'm humbled by if I could do that for you. Like that's humbling. Like, and I am very, very happy I met you. I don't think you're getting away from me that easy. Any of you, like any of you, think you're getting away from me that easy. I'm like gum on your shoe.
Yeah.
And I you know, like gum on your shoe. It's like so annoying.
Yeah, but you're not annoying
Not
though.
annoying. But anyway, I appreciate your tears and your willingness to be with me with them. That's a gift you give people when you're willing to be vulnerable and let it all hang out. So thank you for sharing yourself with me that way.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we will keep in touch for sure.
Okay.
You've been my partner throughout, in the kitchen and here in the living room, telling stories and sharing so openly. Dog walking, fellow dog owner. And your energy that everyone keeps talking about, it's so much of the maternal and the nurturing, and it's just, it's warm and comfortable and caring, and I admire your ability to keep giving that unquestionably, and also your resilience in following the nudges where they keep taking you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Well, it has been my pleasure. Like, it was such a good idea. I'm giving you credit for your good idea to do joint cooking. Like, it was just so much fun cooking with you, and like, oh yeah, it's we always cook in tandem. It's like way more enjoyable. And of course, on top of the dog things, my rescue hero for taking me to get my car today, and you've contributed a lot, and really enjoyed our conversations, and really thank you, can opener and all. So thank you.
Lisa, I remember we were grocery shopping in the car, and you were like, back in the college days, they labeled me mom, and I hated that. I didn't like that at all. And I was like, no. I mean, I think everyone can sense that you have this beautiful, open-hearted, loving, motherly energy about you that when you stepped into the door, it's like, I'm ready to take charge. I'm ready to pick up where you guys were slacking off. You are ready to pick up anything, and your eagerness. And I also noticed there's a dance between you and your inner child. Like, she was also playing along. There's time where you were like the mother and you were discerning and you got things done, and then there was the inner child who's laughing and joking around. And I think it's just a beautiful dance, and I can definitely say that, you know, you're following God, and you're like you keep saying that you're like this leaf being blown here and there and wherever you need to be of service, and you definitely planted seeds within us that we can't forget about you ever, ever. You're just so beautiful. And I'm gonna miss you.
Well, so Anna, your presence is all over this community of peace, and I just marvel like it's nonstop. You're on top of everything, and you just have it be seamless. But there's a lot, like who's coming, who's going, the logistics, the kitchen, the food, the lady, getting everything organized, and it's beautiful. And you have done an extraordinary job. Extraordinary. Not just here, but an extraordinary job raising this amazing young man. Like you like, so it's been a pleasure, and I think, wow, I'm sure they appreciate you, but wow. So thank you for everything you did, and you made me feel very welcome, and I really thank you. And I do have one to say, oh hi, how are you?
Quite well.
Good. Do you have something you wanted to say, or should I talk?
Well, I mean, if anything, if and ever you're willing to come back as for even longer, even as a permanent resident, you're more than welcome.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. That's very kind. So can I say something to you now? Yeah? It has been a joy to meet you. I am so impressed with you, your music. You have this great personality and a wonderful sense of humor, and it's been delightful. Really delightful to get to know you. And I'll miss you. Okay? Good? Yeah? And I was, oh, was there something else?
Oh, well, I always like to send visitors off by saying, "May the good Lord bless you and keep you, and give you peace."
Thank you. So, one of the things I discovered late in life, because we all know I'm old, hey, better than the alternative, is that late in life I discovered I had a signature move. Well, I never even heard of a signature move, and so when some guy said, "Are you going to do your signature move?" I said, What is that? Do I have one? What is that? So I did. So he told me what my signature move was, and I was like, "Oh, yes, I do that." And yes, I've been doing that for a long time. So I did bring my signature move, now that I know I have one, which is, will be distributed after we're done here, which my signature move has been to give little pieces of candy out to people. And last year, in the signature move realm, I learned that some people don't like chocolate. So we changed the signature move. We've got chocolate and we've got non-chocolate now. So that'll be handed out afterward. Chocolate. So that's like, who knew you could have a signature move? I never heard of it.
I thought you were gonna get up and start dancing.
Oh, those days are gone.
Okay. I'm like, I want to see this move. Come on.
I did want to learn to pole dance, but I don't even know if I want to do that. Only because it's apparently very good exercise, and you really have to have upper body strength to do it. So I thought that would be it. You know.
Has everyone had a chance to speak? So, I'll close with a prayer, but I have a feeling, Lisa, you would like to say something, perhaps, to me, as you said to every other person in the room. Is that true?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so you go first, and then I'll go second.
Okay. So, first of all, thank you for having me. Okay. Secondly, this is a gigantic, enormous, huge deal that you've created. This is a very big deal. And when I said, like, I'm marveling at what you've accomplished and what you've put together, and I understand there's other people in the background, but it's one of those things that few people could do or would do. And like, these are the scary kind of follow God nudges deals, and so I have added the community of peace to my prayer intentions for financial, for your growth, for your, all those good things. But I really just want to acknowledge you for courage, for bravery, for following God, and creating this amazing community. And you're just beginning. You're still going. So thank you for all of that.
Thank you. And so you're the nudges person.
Yes.
It's such a good reminder to me to pay attention, to listen to those nudges, as you call them, because that's what brought this community about, really. So pray for us
I will.
that we will continue to follow the nudges,
Mhm.
and we'll pray for you as well, the same. And you're always welcome to come visit us, yes.
Okay.
And stay in touch, keep us posted.
I will.
Okay, thank you. May the nourishment of the earth be yours, Lisa. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so, may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. May it be so. May it be so. We'll close with a song. So this simple little song can be called a lament. Along with the warm fuzzies and the joy and the good feelings, human life also consists of sadness and all the emotions of loss and grief. And very often in Ireland, laments would be sounded. The Irish are very good at lamenting. And it's often the women who lead the lament, by the way. In fact, it's mostly always the women who lead the lament. So it's a bit odd for me to be doing it. But anyway, this lament consists of three questions. And the first question is, if I can remember it, it's coming. How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? That's the first question. And the second question is, where do we go? Where do we go from here? The third question is why? And that's a great question, especially for lament. It's a question that Jesus cried out in his last breath. Why have you abandoned me? In this case, it's why must the children cry? Why must the children cry? So I'll start it and join in. And that'll be our, and then we'll close with a little lullaby because it's late. We need lullabies. I'll sing it once and then join me in the singing. How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen together? How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? Back to how shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen together? How shall we live, knowing what we know, seeing what we've seen? Right. give thanks for that love. Give thanks for our life as we attempt to learn to live in love. And that's our prayer tonight. May we learn to live in love. May it be so.